If you're going to say you're going to kick me in the face, if you say you're going to do anything to me that involves violence, follow through. Like, you're a pussy. Thank you. Anyways.
That's intense.
Yeah, anyways.
If you say that to me, please don't follow through. Yeah. Right.
I got a podcast.
I to the no.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of I'm Literally Screaming. Ow! Oh my gosh, everyone in the crowd is taking off their clothes. No, put them back on. We don't want to see that. Stop flashing us. As all of you know, my name is Spencer, otherwise known as Spencewuah, and today I am joined by a very special guest, Bryan the Diamond.
Hi, besties. What's
Hello.
up? I'm sorry. I was trying so hard not to laugh at that intro.
How are you?
I'm good. Traffic was a bitch, but you know, I Ubered.
Here, it's insane.
No, literally insane. Because I came from Sunset, and this was literally like 4 miles away. Took 28 minutes.
Oh yeah, no. When I first
Yeah.
moved here, I saw a video, and before I even got here, I know some guy talking about how like you're never gonna go to a state that has 8 lanes and have every lane be backed up, back to back. Until I moved here, and I was like, oh, this is so true. Like every lane is backed up, back
There's
to
8
back.
lanes here?
Yeah.
Where?
On the, I think it's the 405. Oh my gosh, not me so local.
Oh my God, no, I had no idea that there was 8 lanes here. I was like, there's just always people like in cars here.
Yeah, no, it's insane. There's always traffic, except at night sometimes. Have you ever been in traffic at night? I mean, unless it's the weekend.
When I lived here, I don't know, like I drive just like with like a passion. Like I have places
Oh, so
to
you're
be.
like, okay, so like you're like swerving.
Yeah, so like you know where like the cars are parked and like they're stopped and like how that's not literally a lane, like you have to, that's like where cars are parked and you're not supposed.
Yeah.
So I would literally like just like swerve a little bit and see like there's not that many cars and I would just like and then
Oh, that's smart. I feel like I've done.
it's just like efficiency, like
It's like, oh, don't die, but like I can see why you would do that.
no, right. And my favorite thing is like, cause I have a Tesla, so like what it does is it'll warn me like if it thinks I'm about to literally crash and die. So once it warns me, that's when I'm like, oh, okay, now I
Oh,
need to
my
get out
car
of the
has
lane.
automatic stop.
Oh, what do you drive?
I drive a Hyundai. So like,
Oh my
I'll
God, the
drive-
Elantra or no?
I don't want to say my car on here because what if people see my car? I do drive the.
Oh my God, the Elantra eats.
I have the hybrid.
Babe, I love the Elantra. My best friend, like literally when I was in high school, she had an Elantra. We used to call it Old Reliable. She would, oh my God, that bitch would not brake. She would drive like through the speed bumps going like 80 and we just like,
I would never.
oh shit.
I see, like, I would never do that because, like, I value my life just a little bit. And I would be, like, too terrified to, like, do that. Also, my uncle one time tried to speed over a speed bump and then, like, he lost the back of his car, like, the, like, bumper in the back because, like, it kind of just, like, flew off.
Well, that
when
could
he,
happen.
like,
Depends like what speed
yeah,
bump,
he
you
was
know?
like,
What was he driving?
I have no idea. This
And
was,
the
like,
whole,
in the
like,
90s.
bumper just, like-
Yeah, the bumper just, like, boom.
That's
Wait, I
really
want to
fucking
touch base
intense.
with you on something
Okay.
because we were talking about something before the podcast started.
Okay.
I need you to tell everyone what you told me before the camera started rolling about your phone right now.
Oh, so I love Nicki Minaj and she just released her new song and it is currently playing on my phone in the background and on silence because, you know, we just need to get her to that number one,
yeah.
of course. And then I also, I don't have Apple Music, I have Spotify, but I, oh my God, I paid for a Apple Music subscription and it's also playing on my iPad in the hotel room right now.
Okay. But like
I
on
have
repeat.
it on, of course.
That's going to be like your number one on Spotify too.
It should be.
Speaking of, I need to know your screen time because you were talking about this too. We want to know whose screen time is worse because like I think my screen time is like horrendous.
Okay, so can I like guess yours and then you guess mine?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me like a rundown of like a normal day for you.
I'm always on my phone.
Okay, thank you.
So it's
So
like the only time I'm really not on my phone is when I get my 8 hours of sleep.
so like 11 hours?
Mm.
Okay, 11 hours, that's my guess.
That's your
11
guess?
hours,
I'm
yeah.
going to say maybe like 13, 12 for you.
Okay. So I already know it off the top of my head because I just watched a Netflix show talking about how like technology and social media is ruining our lives.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, like, is it really? And then I looked at my screen time and I was like, oh, gagged.
What is it?
No, wait.
I'll tell you mine first.
Do you want me to say mine first or do you?
I'll say mine first.
Okay, what's yours?
Mine's 13 hours. It's 12 hours and 57 minutes.
Oh.
Wow. What's yours?
Oh, I need a therapist.
What's yours?
Mine's 13 hours and 26 minutes.
Wait, like, okay, so
13 hours and 26 minutes on the dot, and I don't even know how that's physically, like, humanly possible.
I feel like if you need to see a therapist, so do I, because why the hell do I have 13
That's
hours?
a lot.
Yeah.
I just feel like my phone just, like, does something to me. Like, it just, like, makes me happy.
And like, okay, this is like, I feel like this shouldn't be like something everyone should do, or like I don't recommend doing it, but like I feel like my phone is like a safety blanket sometimes. Like if I'm bored, I can like open up my phone and play a little game, or like if I don't know what to watch, I can be like, oh, YouTube SNL compilations.
Do you ever, like, do anything and when your phone is not in your hand, you're confused?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like I literally sometimes, I'm not joking, like I'll be playing on my Xbox and I'll be like, where's my phone? I don't need my phone.
And it's, like, right in front of you?
Yeah, no, and it's like literally on a beanbag in front of me, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's here. Like I don't have to get up.
Yes.
Like I won't be using the phone, but it's like in my brain, I'm like, just in case.
Yeah, that's why I put my phone over there.
Oh.
Because
See,
I
like
do this?
me literally on my, like, okay, no, keep going.
No, right, because I do this thing where, like, so also I have this, like, I have beads on my case, and it's just, like, really good for my ADHD.
And then your nails too are just
yeah,
like
so I'll just, like, sometimes when I'm bored, I just, like,
oh, I love that sound.
on my phone screen. Oh my god, it literally does something
When
to
I
me.
used to have, when I used to get my nails done.
Would you do them like this?
No, mine were like almond and like shorter.
Oh,
but my
we love an
favorite thing to do
almond.
was like, I would tap my nails, but I'm trying to grow out my nails long enough to be like almond shaped again. But I want them to be like my natural nail.
Yeah, no, almond is, like, so cute. I normally just do, like, the, like, long acrylics because, like, I don't know. I live in Florida, and I feel like if they just see me, like, with a basic nail set, they're going to have so much to say. But, like, when you look at my nails, it's like, and you're like, okay, so, like, picture a homophobic, like, looking at my nails. You know what I mean? Like, they're instantly thinking, like, oh, my God, abomination, death to you. And then they see that my nails are probably better than their wives and their daughters and probably anyone that they've seen. So then they're like, so it's like, that just makes me feel better because it's like, you know, like I'm doing nails, but like I'm doing nails.
See, but like in New Jersey, I've like, okay, so I would see nails like that sometimes in New Jersey, but a lot of the times, like especially with like older women in New Jersey, it was always like, do you know Long Island medium Teresa Caputo? She speaks to the dead.
Oh my God.
My name is Teresa Caputo and I speak to the dead. But like she has like these like long French tips.
Okay.
So it's like they go out to here and it's very like squarish and it's like you see the white and then it's like pink. I feel like I've seen a lot of that in New Jersey, or like red nails.
I love a good like French. Red is really hot. I just don't think red does really well with me for some reason. I think it looks a little off.
Yeah, I can't do red. I usually go for like neutral tones when I used to get my nails done. Again, I want to get them done, but I want to see what my nails can like achieve.
You want it to be your own nail? You don't want acrylic?
Yeah, no, not right now. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, when I got my nails done, see, like I already forgot.
ADHD.
I would get like neutral kind of colors. So I once got like green, but it had like these swirly patterns of green. And then I also used to get like a neutral kind of like beigey brown, and I used to love that too.
I could see a total like neutral nail on you. I could also just see like, oh my God, give me your finger. Give me your thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like that length would look good on you.
Like, oh, I could never.
Like, but cut it to here. So like.
Oh.
Yeah, not this length. No.
Yeah, no, like, oh yeah,
no.
that was the length I used to have. Like when I got the almond shape done.
And it was your real nail, not acrylics?
No, it was acrylic. I bite the shit out of my nails. I
Babe,
actually recently just stopped.
That's why you should. Well, okay. I feel like acrylics help me stop biting my nails because you get anxious and you'll bite your nail, right?
Yeah.
It's just like you're sitting in a room and you're like, oh, did I? And you're like,
but that was my issue, is because they used to file. I don't know if like. I would tell the people I would go to, like, please don't file my nail down, but they would actually file it down so much. And I told you this before, that it would like burn.
Oh, because of the drill.
Yep. And then when the acrylics would come off, I'd be like, oh, my nails are so long. And then I would point at, like, if I put my finger down on a table, the nail that was long would bend. Like, it wouldn't like break. It would just bend because of how thin it was. It would be like bending paper. Now, let's take a quick break from the show to hear from our sponsors at ZocDoc. You've heard me say it before, but I'll say it again. If there's one thing that's always going to be important to me in life, besides screaming, that's going to be my health. But I've stopped using Google to diagnose my symptoms, and I think you should too. Instead, get ZocDoc. With literally thousands of medical professionals right at your fingertips, ready to listen like a friend and give you actual medical advice. It's a no-brainer. ZocDoc helps you find expert doctors and medical professionals that specialize in the care you need, and deliver the type of experience you want. With just a few taps in the ZocDoc app, you'll be well on your way to finding the care you need. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. Go to ZocDoc.com/screaming and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/screaming. ZocDoc.com/screaming. Now, back to the show. Okay, new question. You're from Florida.
Yeah.
Playlist is in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to the most recent playlist?
Yes.
How was it? I didn't go.
Phenomenal, amazing, loved it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I like VidCon a lot, but I liked Playlist a little bit more because I felt like Playlist is more about interacting with the people who support you. And like for me, that like is everything to me. Because at the end of the day, like, I don't know, no hate to any influencer. I'm just like not one of those creators that's like, I did this all on my own. Like,
yeah, you like interacting with the people
I
that
really
got
love
you here.
Yeah, so it was amazing to me, like the amount of just like people I got to talk to and interact with. Like it was literally phenomenal. You definitely should go.
Oh, I would have gone, but wasn't invited. Crazy. And you know what? I actually did go. I probably wasn't invited because I went to Playlist in 2019.
The way that you're like,
I'm like, okay, so like, this is off the record. This didn't happen, but like, let's just say it did. Let's say I scammed my entire way through Playlist.
oh my God.
Like, let's just say hypothetically it happened. Let's just say that.
What level? Okay, like, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10. So 1 being like, I got in one door by, you know, mentioning a lie. 10 being like, I received something in the mail and I lied and said I didn't get it.
Okay. 10 being I had my friends send me an email. I had a general pass, and somehow I managed to get into the TikTok creator room, which was like behind 3 other doors. Also.
So they remember you.
Yeah, probably.
Uh-huh.
Because here was the thing. Like I got an email saying that I got into like the TikTok creator room, but the problem was
this the email your friend sent you?
Yeah, but like it wasn't really a scam. My friend was allowed to like add recommendations. So I was like, recommendation, got this email.
Like a +1?
Almost, but
Okay.
it was like you could put any name in. So like my friend, he put in my name, Zaya's name, Gia's name, like a whole bunch of us so we could get into the creator room or like this creator lounge. So we're there and I hadn't had my like badge yet. Like I didn't have my general pass.
Did you buy a general pass?
Yeah, I did. So like I had to like go pick it up. But I went to go into the creator lounge and they were like, you can't come in here without your pass. And I said, okay. So like we're trying to they said I couldn't get in without a wristband. I had to have 2 wristbands to get in. So I went to the one place to get a wristband. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like in order to get the second wristband, I needed the first wristband. Yeah. So I needed both of them to get into the creator lounge.
They're really tight on like security, which was something I did really like just because, you know, like you just have a bunch of like people
out
in
here
like
and you want it to be safe.
A room. And it's like, it's not like personally I would care. Like, honestly, like if it was up to me, like I would have let every single fucking bestie inside of the TikTok room. But there are obviously some content creators that are just like not cool with that.
Or they just like need a break.
Or they need a break. They need to go to their room or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be. So I know that security was like really like tight, like which like I think. So did you end up breaking this like rule?
So this is all hypothetical, everyone.
Playlist if you're watching, fake news.
Yeah, Playlist if you're watching this, like this is like absolutely fake. And if you want to invite me next year, feel free, because this isn't my story. This is someone else's. We're not the same person anymore. So I basically find out that to get these 2 wristbands, I now need my pass.
Yes.
But
You had the general pass, right?
Yes.
So now you needed the actual pass to get you in. So your pass was basically useless.
So what did I do? Wait, no, my pass wasn't useless. I needed the wristbands. I needed my name on my chest to get in there. So I was like, what do I do now? So me and my friend, we did in fact, basically, we got security. And we were like, because there was such a long line outside
You
to
little
get
shit.
to get the badge. And we got security, and we were like, hey, like, we have a live show happening right now, and we can't get in.
my
And they're
God.
like, we need proof. So we showed them the email from that we got from our friend to say like, oh, like, you got in the creator lounge. And we were like, this is all we have right now. They got us in. We got our general badge. We then got both of our wristbands, and I was in the TikTok creator lounge. But that didn't happen. And when I say I mean someone else.
Did this someone else ever have, someone that like works at Playlist come up to you like, side eye?
No, not once.
Oh,
And
okay.
actually, this was the thing. There were people there that knew me because TikTok wasn't as big. Like, it wasn't like a huge thing like it is now. Like, I mean, Charlie was there, but it wasn't like
Was this a year that they had Charlie, Addison Rae?
Addison Rae, like, we were all there. Like, everyone was there. That was also the same year. I forget who it was. Oh, Alex French. I saw her in an elevator, and I was also like drunk because it was Playlist, and like Playlist is fun. And I looked at her.
What year was this?
2019.
You're 21. Okay, it's a gimmick.
This is a joke, guys. I was drunk on life, but I did look at Alex French, and I said, you know what's so funny? You look like Alex French. And she said, because I am.
Oh.
And then she got off the elevator. But she was really sweet. Alex, if you're ever seeing this, so sorry. But it was fun. And then I went home. And then last year I did go to VidCon.
Yeah, I don't think they have like. Then again, I don't work for them, but I don't think they necessarily have any like bad blood with like anyone. I don't really think they care enough to. Like, I mean, it's an event, and I feel like they have like certain protocols in place and certain things in place just to make sure that there aren't. Because like, okay, love Florida. I'm from Florida, but we have the Karens, so I bet there were hundreds of people in that line saying, "But I'm VIP,"
Yeah.
and they're not.
No.
So it's just, I feel like they have stricter protocols just because like, even when I was at Playlist, there were literally people like arguing with security in front of this, like in the lounge that I was walking into. Arguing with security, saying like, you know what, I'm gonna call Charlie D'Amelio, and I'm like,
girl, calm down.
I'm like, yeah, right.
but
You're
like,
gonna call her.
And if that was, but
Like,
here was the
come
thing:
on.
when I was there, like when I was talking to the security, and like when I was like kind of like making my way, my little rounds to like get where I had to go, none of them were like, no, we can't help you. Like if they looked at me and they
Right.
were like, get in line, I would have stood in line.
They're very like helpful, and
but
I
they
feel
were
it was
like
great.
helping me out. Also, again, like a lot of the security knew who I was because it was like a TikTok event, and a lot of them had TikTok, so they were like, "Oh, we know you." So
Right.
that was also really nice.
Right.
Are you going to VidCon? Have you been to VidCon?
I've been to VidCon before. I was there last year. I really, really liked VidCon. So like some people probably don't like assume this, but I just get like anxiety sometimes, and like sometimes I get anxiety when it comes to like social kind of things.
Yeah.
So like I just couldn't tell if influencers were staring at me like, burn and die, or if they were looking at me
Like,
as
oh,
in like,
cute.
oh my God, Bryan. So that was like really challenging for me because I was like, oh my God, like I'm in LA and like I don't want them to like all hate me here. It's gonna make me feel like so small, ugly, and stinky, and like I don't.
I was there. We saw each other?
I think we did.
Maybe for like a
briefly.
glimpse.
Briefly.
Yeah.
You're a quick girl.
Yeah.
You're a quick girl.
I
I'm
was
talking
here, there, and-
20-second transaction kind of girl.
Like I'm in and out. I remember I would like
Yeah.
wake up, shower, and then I was downstairs and I was in a shuttle. Like I was everywhere. Did you have like a meet and greet?
Not at VidCon because I wasn't featured.
Oh, I had a meet and greet. Did you have one at Playlist? How did you like that?
Oh, it was iconic.
I loved meet and greets.
Loved my meet and greet.
I
Literally,
love
absolutely
meeting
loved
people.
it. Absolutely. I felt like my meet and greet was one of those things, like, because, like we post videos and like when you see people in person and like you see the impact and you see like how they feel about you, oh my God, that's as good as gold, bitch. That's as good as the Tiffany Diamond to me. Like that's everything to me. So my meet and greet was amazing. All the personalities, everyone just having a completely different story, a completely different way that they met me. It was like literally everything to me. Like I remember going back to my hotel room after my meet and greet and like I literally asked like my family to go like downstairs because I brought my whole family.
Yeah.
I asked them to go downstairs and like that to get me something. I don't remember what it was, but I literally asked them all to leave. And then I like sat on my bed and cried for like 10 minutes because like
It's like
I never thought I would be like anything to anyone. Like I didn't really have like this like
No one really has like this goal in mind of like, oh, I'm gonna
Right.
blow up.
I just never really had like this like perfect like little upcoming to like, I guess to like make me into something. I kind of honestly like literally hated myself growing up. I got bullied a lot. It was just like a whole thing. So like being at an event where people
Appreciate you.
appreciate you, like they like, oh my God, like I love you, like I really respect you, like that's mind-boggling to me. So I had to cry for 10 minutes because I needed to. I'm a Pisces. It just all like came out. Like I was literally like,
You
I
let
was,
it
like,
out. At least it
yeah.
was a good cry though.
It was a great cry. It was loud too.
When,
I had to get the pillow.
Your
'cause, like,
family like actually just left the room and they were like,
when they
okay.
came back, my eyes were poofy and they're like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, like I'm literally fine.
You were like, I was napping.
I'm,
They were like, we
literally
were gone
fine.
for 5 minutes.
No, right. I'm like fine. Everything was fine.
When I was at VidCon, I think my favorite thing was when I was there, I was very big on like making sure everyone who was in line got a photo.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one girl who ended up, her name is Jessica. And I remember her name because she came to every event I was at. And we follow each other on Instagram. She was such a sweetheart. And like, she'll swipe up on my story and I'll like, literally, I'll respond to her. She's actually like,
You're like, hey,
adorable.
girl.
She swiped up on my story the other day because I posted, you know, the movie on Nickelodeon Rags with Keke Palmer?
Yes.
So I posted the song, I think it's like Hate You, Love You.
Mm-hmm.
And she swiped up and she said, you're so real for this. And I was like, you know this movie? And she was like, I love this movie. And I said, everyone should love this movie.
Right.
No one talks about it enough. Screw High School Musical. Let's get put on Rags. Thank you. Anyways, when I was like here, there, and everywhere, that's my brain right now. When I was at VidCon doing my meet and greet, I remember there was this one girl like it was weird. Like you had like the meet and greet pass, but you could choose who you went to, and it was only one person you could go to. I think it was.
I think that's the same thing with playlists.
So
Or maybe I'm wrong. Don't drag me.
there was.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I've never been invited to playlists too now.
Oh my God, stop talking
Sorry.
about them. I love them. I don't want them to watch this and be like,
No, I love you guys too. Please just invite me. Anyways.
just DM them.
I literally, next time I'm going to have to.
You DM them now. Oh my God, you can't DM them a week till the event. Hey, don't forget.
Oh my gosh, my feet
You have
are
to
on
let them know
cam.
now.
Okay, I'll let them know
Your
in a
feet are
little
on cam.
bit.
So what's the story with those feet thing? You don't show them for free?
No, I don't, because I posted a photo on Instagram and my feet were in them, and then everyone made it their profile picture for a hot minute, and then people were like, Spencer, you're so dumb, you should sell those.
It's
Why
like
do you?
What's your favorite toe?
I don't have a favorite toe. I just like I don't know. I think it's just like a feet thing. Like people are like, don't.
Are they like cute feet?
No. I mean, like, I don't look at feet and think like, oh, they're cute.
I mean, like,
Do you?
Are they no, I don't think feet aren't my thing.
Yeah, right.
But I think I have like decent feet. My pinky toe is kind of weird.
Your pinky toe?
Yeah, it's like the nail.
Oh,
No,
yes,
the
it's
nail.
so awesome.
Oh my God.
Oh
the
my
nail,
God, there are
like,
so many people that I'm not joking. There's so many people I've talked to who don't understand, and I literally say I have like a baby pinky toenail. Like it's not like it's like there, but it's not.
It's like a sliver.
Yes. Oh my God.
It
Okay,
literally
you get
makes
it.
no f***ing sense.
What were we talking about right before this?
The thing that you won't stop mentioning.
Oh yes, yeah.
Playlist.
So there was a girl,
Uh-huh.
and she had gotten her photo, and it
The
was
one
like
from the Keke Palmer thing.
no. This
Oh,
was
a
like
different one?
somebody else.
Oh, okay.
So you were only allowed to get one photo at VidCon, and there was this like really sweet girl, and I guess she went with her friends, and like the mom was there, and her friend's mom was with the two girls that she was with, and she had already gotten her photo, and then she was like standing with the mom, and I just remember like. At one point, she was trying to walk up to me and security wouldn't let her. And I was like, no, like, let her walk up. And she
Right.
was like, I really want to take a photo with you, but I was only allowed one. Can I please get a photo with you? And I said, abso-damn-lutely.
It makes you feel so bad. Like I feel like because I think that was a similar situation, and at Playlist. Don't quote me on it. I don't know for sure, but I feel like it makes me feel so bad like having them like, well, you have to pick. Like that, like kind of,
Like it's like
because it's like, oh,
you're asking me to like if I had to pick between like I don't know like sushi and ice cream.
right. So what
like I
did,
want both.
So what I did at Playlist is I after my meet and greet, I actually put myself in the lobby for like literally 6 hours. Like I literally stood there. Nobody else was doing it. And in my head, like when I noticed like no, like a lot of people weren't really like doing the same thing, I was like, oh, okay, like maybe they're different. And I was like, oh, that's like kind of sad. Cause like I had like people coming up to me and I was just like, I felt so bad because I didn't want like anyone to have to choose over me. Like you can all have a piece.
Now that we've gotten through Playlist, we've gone through VidCon, How was your weekend? How long are you here for?
I'm here for 3 days. I only came here for you.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
Babe, I love you. I literally, oh my God, I don't think you like understand. Like I've always, cause I just don't know how to ask people. I hate myself. I don't know how to ask like my mutuals on TikTok, like, hey, do you want to film a video together? Cause like there's this whole thing inside of me, like, oh my God, like what if they like never answer? Or what if they're like, yeah, no. Cause like there's this, oh, Bryan, shut up. Never mind.
Okay, there's a person that you have asked and they have.
There's a person I've asked and they have repeatedly told me that they love me, they adore me, they want to film with me so bad and they can't wait to see me. And every single time I am here, they don't respond until I literally leave. So I just stopped asking.
Well, you're here now, so after this, we can film.
No, babe, you have no idea. Like, oh my God.
I'm not the type of. I'm not
you're
gonna be like,
making
ew,
me
no.
like scream interiorly, like inside. I actually love you. Like, I literally only came here for you. It was like my whole thing. Like, this was the highlight of like my last couple of weeks.
You just made my week.
Yeah, no, babe, I love you.
Oh my God, I love you. Thank
no,
you.
I literally stand like when you and your ex-boyfriend broke up. I, oh my God, I don't like to get involved in stuff, but like I did.
Okay.
I was like, oh my God.
No, please tell me everything. I need to know.
I wrote a comment on his page and I like deleted it because it was like really nasty. It was like really nasty. And then like the besties were under it and they were like going at it too. So I was like, like this is like not okay. So I deleted it.
What did you say?
Oh, I can't say it.
Oh.
I was surprised it got approved because you know TikTok doesn't really approve like everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like really nasty. I was so nasty. Oh my God, no, yeah, we can't talk about it, babe. I'll tell
Okay,
you
but like after. Yeah,
no,
you can
it
tell
was
me.
it was like pretty bad.
Like horrendously bad type.
1 to 10, it was like a 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow. He deserved it. Like I don't care.
Yeah, no, I literally watched one of your videos and I was like, yeah, taking Spencer's side. So
You watched 2 seconds. You said.
I was like, I'm biased. Yeah, and then I got out of it because like I never post or talk negatively about anyone, but the whole situation just like was really close to home to me because like I've felt that same like it's so ugly when people try to use you. It's like pathetically ugly.
I wish, and you know what's crazy? Like if I could like have a sit down talk with like my 19-year-old self and be like, here's a red flag. Also, like, here's another one. And, like, maybe I should slap the shit out of you because, like, how are you not seeing this? Like, now that, like, the way I describe, like, the endings of relationships, it's like, you know how if you're, like, nearsighted, you have to get closer to see something, like, fully. When I think of relationships, the farther away you get from one, the clearer everything becomes. So I'm on Hinge and it's like the only app I pretty much use. But I like matched with this guy and I'm like, after my last relationship, like I feel like I become like not a hard ass, but like I'm very like I know what I want. If you're not gonna provide it, you can see yourself out. I want some like here's my thing. Like
what's your type?
I don't really think I have a type. I get more attracted.
What's your position? You
mean like top bottom? I think I've made myself so clear that I'm a bottom. As
okay.
Anyways.
What do you think I am?
Verse.
Really?
Are you like verse?
Wow, that's crazy. Normally people just guess like bottom or power bottom.
Are you a power bottom?
No.
I'm gagged.
No. Well, I could be. I don't know. I like the best of both worlds.
So verse.
Verse, but it just depends with who and what I'm doing. And like, it just like, I feel like people see the nails and they just instantly think like bottom or whatever, but
You're just a feminine verse top.
Yeah, but I'll take off my nails sometimes. Like, cause like personally, like I think the nails could totally be like a top, like a turn off if you're like, you know.
Yeah. The like, yeah.
Yeah, like imagine.
Yeah,
like,
that would
just
hurt.
glowing in the dark.
Yeah, no, stop.
So, yeah, but I don't know. I just like the best of both worlds. It really just depends. But you know, bottoming is definitely like, I think I'm really good at it. Every guy that I've ever been with also thinks I'm
really good. High five.
Yeah, I slay with that.
That's a power move.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I was talking to this guy, and he literally kept making plans to hang out with me. And then when the day would come, like a day before, I'd be like, okay, so are we going to do it? Crickets.
Wait, like, oh.
No, like
my
hang out,
mind
like,
is in the
no,
gutter. I'm
not
sorry.
Grindr, but like,
No,
I'm talking
not
about
Grindr,
like,
but I'm saying when you said do it, I was like go
no,
out?
I mean like, yeah, like go on a date.
Oh, okay.
Like that's what I was like referring to. And eventually, like, I would like ghost him because I was like, I'm not doing this with you anymore. Like I keep Like, it would be like, I tell him, like, oh, let's go out. Or, like, oh, let's do this. And he would make plans, too.
Did he know, like, what you do for a living?
Mm-hmm. And that was, like, get ready for this. So I stopped talking to him because we made plans to, like, speak on the phone at least. I hadn't even talked to him on the phone. Like, I had his number, but, like, we didn't talk on the phone. And I found that so odd. Like, you want to hang out.
Did you ever FaceTime?
No. I texted him, and I was like, okay, let's talk on the phone. He said, okay. So then I gave him a time. I made the time to speak to him. And I called him, and then he was like, oh, I'm at a friend's. And I was like, okay, so, like, I made time to speak to you, and you said you were going to speak to me at this time, and we made a plan to speak, and every single time we talk about hanging out or talking on the phone, you disappear. So I'm done. Didn't tell him that. I just unadded his number. Like, I just deleted his number. I was like, I'm done. Didn't have his contact. Then, like, this past weekend, he hits me up. Again, don't have his number. So I was like, who is this? And he was like, you know who it is. And I said, no, I really don't. Like, at all. I'm so sorry, but who is this? And then he ended up, like, saying all this. Like, it was so weird.
Did you block him?
I did. Because he was
God.
like, oh,
bestie.
thank you.
Yeah.
He was like,
you don't need
oh,
that.
I saw you do a podcast with Leo Skeppy. Like, I just felt, and that's when I was like, the wheels are turning.
Ew.
And then I was like, so who is this? I said, if you're not going to tell me who you are, I'm blocking you. And then he said his name. And I said, you're really weird for that. Have a good one. Hope you find what you're looking for, but you're not going to find it with me.
I wouldn't
and that
even
was
said
it.
to have a good one.
Like,
You should've
he's
just blocked.
so, anyways, that's what when I say, like, I know what I just, like, it's like have you ever seen the Vampire Diaries?
Yes.
You know when they turn off their emotions?
Uh-huh.
I feel like when I talk to guys now, like, the minute I get, like, even a sliver of, like, you're not good for me, like him not responding weeks at a time and then hitting me up and being like, oh, let's hang. Bye. Like, I'm not interested in you anymore. Like, I'm not going to play this game of, like, cat and mouse
You're a
of, like,
Leo,
going back and forth.
Right?
Yeah.
You're a Leo. Okay.
Why do you ask?
That's very Leo.
Really?
I feel like that's so Leo.
Like, okay, here, I
I'm
don't
a
mind.
Pisces. I think I care too much. Like,
I don't
even
mind
when I feel
chasing,
like-
but it's like, if you're, like, it
I
should
feel
be
like
a back
red
and
flag
forth.
could literally fall off of, like, the biggest pole in the entire world and hit me on my fucking forehead, and I will literally get up and be like, oh my God, that was so weird.
You'd be like, that's so crazy.
I'll be like, that was so weird. Kicks it over.
You're like, that's so weird. Thank God I don't have my glasses on.
No, right.
I can't see anything.
No, so I definitely, like, with me, like, I feel like I just love, like, I love literally everyone and everything. Like, okay, like, even, like, here, like, sitting with you, like, when I saw you, I was like, I'm a complimenting kind of girly. So I saw you and I was like, oh my God, your skin looks amazing. You thought you looked bummy. I thought you were, you know, giving me very, like, I'm relaxed. You're on my show. I can do whatever I want. And I love it. So I'm like a flirt. Like, that's, like,
Got
my
it.
thing. So, like, even if someone throws me off, my biggest thing is, like, I have the worst luck with men. And I will flirt with you, but for you to actually get me to do anything with you, it's very difficult because, like, I'm already thinking of the millions of ways that you could potentially me over. So you have to kind of be like what I'm looking for. And if you're off by a little bit, then I'm already sketched.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am. But
Just
like,
because, like, with this world, I feel like it's so easy. Like, I've been used before, and I think it's like I am so over it that it's like, okay, so how do you not get used? Just don't give a
yeah, just
literally
leave.
don't give a
And that's what I've been doing. Like, if it's like this.
And you're
Red
eating,
flag.
bestie. That's why you need to
Thank
block
you.
him. If he messages you again, threaten to call the police.
Oh,
Are you kidding me? Like, I'm literally calling 911 and telling them that you're coming for me.
I'm telling them that you're stalking me. That's what I would say. I'd say I'm telling them.
That's a false police report. Don't do it.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to get it like arrested.
Well,
for, like-
LAPD, they'll never show up.
Oh my God, that is so true.
Oh my God, I literally have a video on my phone of me calling 911 while I was like here and during the summer, because I'm used to obviously Orlando. When you call 911 in Orlando, obviously they pick up. You don't get put on hold. And I called 911 while I was in my downtown LA place because I heard like a bunch of glass breaking, and then I heard screaming, and then I heard like gunshots. So I was like, oh my God, what the is going on? This is so weird. So I called 911 and I was put on hold for 9 minutes, and I literally recorded it because I was like,
This can't be real.
no, I was like, this has to be like a simulation.
Yeah.
Because like, what? Like, what if, what? How do I get put on hold? That's okay. And then when I did actually speak to someone, they transferred me to someone else that also put me on hold. Then by the time I was speaking to the other person, there was no more commotion happening. So I was just like, I was literally on the phone with LAPD for like 28 minutes, and I only actually spoke to someone for literally 3 minutes. And I was like, that's so weird, because like in Orlando or in Florida in general, even in fucking Miami, when you call the cops and they pick up. That's like the one phone, 911. Hello, what's your emergency?
Did I ever tell you about the time I was in LA for the first time and called 911? So it was actually during the 4th of July, and a man tried to run me over on the sidewalk with my friends, and we ran inside because he ended up trying to run over us twice. We thought like maybe he was just like a drunk driver and accidentally swerved.
No, he turned back around.
No, we thought he like swerved on the sidewalk on accident. We were like, okay, like we can just stay calm. So we all ended up going back out after like maybe 10 minutes, and then we saw him actually like waiting at the corner, and then he like sped and tried to hit us. So then I like slammed the gate closed. And then he like got out of his car and tried to like come after us. So we were inside, and I called 911 with my friends, and we were like, there's a man chasing after us. Like, we don't know if he has a weapon, like this. You want to know what the operator told us on the phone? Sorry, one moment. We were put on hold, I think for like maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And then when we got transferred, they said, sorry, we don't have anyone that can be dispatched to your area right now because there are a lot of illegal fireworks going off right now. No shit, bitch. It's the 4th of July. I don't care about the fireworks. I care about my damn life. There's a man outside with a possible weapon, and you're more concerned about fireworks going off than a group of like teenagers in a house about to possibly be murdered? Get a grip.
Watching you scream in person makes me gasp internally because you are just as loud as I thought you would be. Oh my God, that was like so real. I was like, oh my God, it's a daily scream.
Oh, you want to hear about screaming? Because I can tell you about my weekend. Everyone, welcome to the weekly updates. Kind of like SNL, but like it's just me and my guest star. Do you want to hear about my weekend? Because I almost got into a fight.
Oh my God, yeah, we were talking about that for a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I told you about like the things I wasn't allowed to say, but like now I'm going to tell you the things I am allowed to say.
Okay.
So I went out with my friend, right? I'm the type of friend where if I see one of my girlfriends being hit on by a guy, I'm going to stay around so I can make sure she is safe.
And make sure she's happy
and
with
that's
it.
Simple. That is simple, cut and dry. If you have a problem with that, you're a weirdo. Anyways,
it's very basic.
Let me talk about the weird ass bitch that tried to fight me. So we're at this bar. This guy is flirting with my friend. I'm letting it happen. Like, I'm just like, I'm one of those people where it's like, I'm standing there and like I was talking with my friend, but I was also listening and turning to make sure that she was okay.
She was okay, yeah.
So then the club closes, we're walking out, and my friend is still talking to this guy. So I was like, let me just like stick around. So I'm like behind her.
Was she talking to him like she wanted to?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So like, it was just like friendly back and forth conversation. Like it wasn't like anything crazy. It wasn't like they were like being like overly flirtatious, but I just wanted to be there to make sure. So I'm standing there making sure that she is okay. And this guy was nice. His friend, however, you're dumb. You are a dumb piece of shit, because he looks at me and he goes, what are you doing here? And I was like, that's my friend. And he was like, well, you don't have to stay here. And I was like, okay, but like that is my friend and I'm gonna make sure that she is okay. So like I'm just
Did you raise your voice or no?
No, I was being very polite. And then he was like trying, like he was just being rude about it. He was like calling me weird for like sticking around. And I looked at his friend, who was nice, by the way. The guy flirting with my friend was very nice. And I looked at him and I was like, where are you from? And he was like, I'm from New York. And I was like, okay, I'm from New Jersey, so you get it. And he was like, yeah, I get it. It's fine. Like the friend, like he did not mind. Like the guy flirting with my friend did not mind at all that I was there. He understood why I was standing there. He understood that I didn't want anything bad to happen to my friend. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the hell his friend was on, but he starts coming at me and he's like, what are you on? And I was like, I had tequila inside, but nothing else. I was like alcohol.
Why did you even give him an explanation?
And then he said, no, you're on something. I know you're on something. And I said, excuse me? No, I am not. I'm making sure my friend is okay. My other friend, Johnny, he heard what was happening. So he comes in. He didn't really know that, how do I put this? The friend, like the guy who was flirting with my friend, Jazzy, by the way, this was Jazzy, the one who was literally on my podcast. So he didn't know that like the guy flirting with Jazzy was okay. He thought that he was the one being rude to me. So he went up to the guy and was like, Spencer, is he bothering you? And I was like, no. But before I could even say no, the guy was like, okay, he was like a little short. Don't get me wrong.
Oh my God.
And the guy looked at my friend and was like, if you get any closer, I'm putting you 6 feet in the ground. And my friend Johnny looked at him and was like, bitch, I don't know how you're going to put me 6 feet in the ground when you're barely 4 feet above the ground.
Oh.
Gag.
Gag.
So then obviously like he got his feelings hurt. But again, I can understand why, because like again, like this guy like wasn't doing anything to me. And I was like, Johnny, no, it's not him. And then Johnny like backed up. But then his friend, back to the friend. Like, I don't know your name. I don't know who you are, but you are so weird. The fact that you're coming at me sideways for making sure my friend is okay. You are a weird ass bitch. And I hope to God when this episode drops, you see this on your For You page, you weird ass. Anyways, he then starts.
Hashtag retweet.
Thank you. He then starts telling me like, oh, I want to fight you. I want to do this. So I'm literally like, okay, swing on me. I was like, fight me, swing on me. He was like, I'm going to fight. I was like, okay, you're saying a lot, but you're not doing anything. And then his friend was like, no, bro, stop. And I was like, no, let him hit me. I said, hit me and watch what happens. I was like, you just got to throw the first punch and I'll do the rest. I was like, just throw the punch. And then my friend Tyshawn heard me. He heard me being loud now. And Tyshawn heard me say, punch me, because I'm not one to just yell at anyone and say, punch me. You know what I mean?
Right. You don't want to get punched.
Like, no one wants to get punched in the face unless you're
literally.
an MMA boxer or a boxer in general. I don't know, mixed martial arts. Anywho, Tyshawn comes over and it's like, Spencer, what's wrong? And I literally was like, him. So then Tyshawn pushes him and I was like, okay, we're going down. So then I took off my jacket and my bag. And then the guy kept screaming, he's like, I'm going to fight you this. I was like, then do it, please. For the love of God, do it. Like, if you're going to, first of all, I'm sorry, but if you're going to say you're going to punch me in the face, if you're going to say you're going to kick me in the face, if you say you're going to do anything to me that involves violence, follow through. Like, you're a pussy. Thank you. Anyways,
that's intense.
Yeah, anyways.
If you say that to me, please don't follow through. That's really weird. Yeah.
But then like the guy, like the weirdo one, his friend runs up and he's like, the Uber's here, we have to go. And then as he was getting into the Uber, he yells at me again and says, I hope I never see you again, because if I do, I'm gonna fight. And I literally was like, okay, you keep talking and nothing's happening, so like, I'm scared, like, shiver me timbers, like, bitch, you're not gonna do anything.
Why didn't you just ignore him?
Because like, no, like,
I feel like after the first like thing he said, I would have been like, okay. And then if he said like, I'm on something or whatever, I would have kind of just like looked him up and down in disgust, because obviously, who are you? And then I would have just like ignored him. And then like, if he follows me like a baby chihuahua, I just like grab my hand and put it in a fist, and then my nails pop out. And then like, you can always just say like, if you want your eyes gouged out, just come closer, because like I would just,
oh, like the Wolverine.
Yeah. Yeah, because like, I don't know, like, that's just like such a waste of time. Like that whole like
but
and then
like,
saying like they're gonna fight you like all the time. Like, okay, like this isn't high school.
But like maybe it's because like, I don't know what it is, but it's like, I'm the type of person where it's like, I will treat you with respect, and I was nice at first. You just have to give me that reason to be rude. And it's like, I'm sorry, but if like you're gonna start saying I'm on something, if you're not, my issue is not even him insulting me. It was the fact he had a problem with me watching my friend and making sure she was okay. Because it's like, why do you have that problem?
Why do you care?
What do you not
to mention, why are you here with your friend? That's weird.
Like, and so
if
like,
you think I'm weird for waiting for my friend that would probably need me for backup, then you're weird. Why are you talking to me?
Precisely.
Who allowed you to speak? Who are you again? Do you have a resting bitch face?
Yeah, I do.
Give it to me.
Like, I don't feel like I look like a bitch. Maybe I don't.
No, I feel like I'm just like,
yeah, no, you have a resting bitch.
oh my God, yeah, no, because that's what I would have done. Like literally, like right after, like if he would have kept talking, like I probably would have made a comment like, you're reminding me of a chihuahua right now. Like you're just talking a lot, but I'm not processing anything because like I don't care about you, don't know you. Walk away. It's not gonna work out, obviously. And then I would just like,
yeah,
side eye, because like what the but like I think that's weird, because like whenever
I'm
I
also
go clubbing,
like, being from the tri-state area, it's like, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to bleep this out, but don't with me or my friends.
Yeah,
okay,
retweet.
Thank you. And that's all I have to say. Do you want to play a game?
Yeah, we can play a game.
If you guys didn't know this game, you should if you've been here for a while. But we have a list of topics in this bowl, and you have to say a story in like 5 to 10 seconds. Some of them are really hard, and we're just going to try to, get the story out and about before we lose time. You can go first. Let's see if you can get. You got it.
I'm a pro, babe. I've had them for me. Okay, let's see. Oh. So the word is cooking, and this reminds me of the time that I was trying to cook myself something in the microwave at my house. I was like literally like 12, 13. And my mom used to do this thing where like before she got home, like the kitchen literally needs to be clean. Like if it's not clean, like there's a problem, like what's going on. So I decided to deep clean the whole entire, kitchen before like my mom came. And so I didn't know this, but like, did you know you can't put water in a microwave? Like you can't like flood them. Like you can't like grab a cup of water and like actually like pour it into the microwave.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I grabbed this cup of water and I poured it into the microwave, and then I cleaned the microwave. Like I just scrubbed it down.
Yeah.
And then I tried to make my ramen noodles, but like it wouldn't work. But like it kept spinning, but like it wouldn't warm it up. So I had it in there for like literally like 15 minutes, and the fucking ramen is still stale. And I'm like what's going on? And then my mom got home, and I told her what I did. And then long story short, the belt came out. And then after that, the microwave was broken. My mom had to literally have someone come and rip it out of the fucking wall, because we had one of those microwaves that was like
in the wall.
So she literally had to have someone come over and like rip it out, because you're not supposed to like dump water in it. I literally I made a little creation in the microwave. Like I dumped the water, and then I put like a little drop of like Dawn soap, and then I like mixed it, and then it had like bubbles, and I was like done. Done. And then I scrubbed it, and then I dried it, and then like the microwave never worked again. So that was pretty eventful. It was actually really sad. I couldn't eat ramen.
Well, I didn't know you couldn't put tinfoil in the microwave until like I was like 10.
Oh.
And at one time I did put tinfoil in the microwave.
Did it like blow up?
No, but I did. I'm not joking. Like I was like, ooh, I want to watch, because I was making like a hot potato, and it was like wrapped in tinfoil. So I was like looking at it, and then all of a sudden I saw sparks flying, and I said, wait, this isn't normal. So I called my mom, and I was like, Mom, like the microwave was sparking. And she was like, Spencer, that makes no sense. It's new. And I was like, I think you need to return it. And she was like, what did you put in the microwave? And I said, a potato. And she was like, anything else? And I was like, I mean, it's just wrapped in the tinfoil like regular. And she was like, so don't do that.
Oh, wow. My mom would have yelled. Love her though, but my mom, we're Brazilian. We're yellers.
Airplane or airport? Oh my God. Like literally, I feel like I've talked about being detained at TSA. Literally.
You've been detained?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I didn't have my ID on me, and then they had to like put me in a room, and this was actually kind of scary. When I had my wallet stolen, I got detained by TSA. And when I say detained, I mean like put in a room, and then they basically were like, we need you to fill out this form. And the form was, this was like crazy. This is why like don't give out your social security number to anyone, because all they asked me was for my social security number, and I wrote my name, my address. They took the slip, came back like maybe 15 minutes later, and they sat down in front of me, and this is what they said. We're going to give you a few questions. If you get any of them wrong, we cannot let you on the plane. They asked me where I was born, what time I was born, not what year, my mom's birthday, where my mom went to high school, my address, where I go to high school, like all these questions about me, just to make sure that like I was actually me. But like I answered them all correctly, so thank God.
I would have up.
Oh my God, the zoo. I already got one. Thank you. So
What
this
did you
one,
do at
this
the
is
zoo?
this is a shout out to my mom. So I'm going to be talking about a petting zoo. So when I was younger, there was a petting zoo, and my mom took me to, it was like at, I think my preschool. And my mom took me to it, and there was like a pen where you could go like play with the goats. And I was like, Mom, I don't want to play with the goats. And she was like, Spencer, we're at a petting zoo. You can go in and play with them. And I was like, no, Mom, like I really don't want to play with them. I don't want to be by them. Like I was a little scared. And then my mom was like, no, like go in there. You're going to have so much fun. I went in there and I did have so much fun, but I got ringworm.
Oh, wow.
And like, I mean, like, maybe I'm like psychic and intuitive at such a young, early, ripe age. Also, that like a week later, I did like, I was like, we didn't have like a backyard.
Is it ringworm, that thing that looks like a circle?
Yeah. We also didn't have a backyard, and I think like a week later I was like, oh my gosh, like there was like a space between like a fence and like the back wall of our house, and I was like, I'm gonna go like slide my body through it. I shouldn't have done that. It was actually filled with poison ivy. Plastic surgery. Has anyone here had a catheter inside them? I didn't know that. Do you know what a catheter is?
Yeah, it goes in your pee hole.
Yeah. So I didn't
watched
know.
Grey's Anatomy.
I didn't know what a catheter was. I didn't know I was getting a catheter during my surgery. But what I will tell you is the nurse who woke me up after my full body surgery said, "Hi, Spencer." Started rubbing my leg, and she was like, "You're gonna feel a little sting." That
was the understatement of the year.
Ma'am, like if it's gonna hurt, you should let me know, because it actually felt like a rod of like, have you ever seen when someone like a cow gets branded and like the entire rod turns like boiling red? It felt like one of those had been shoved inside me and it was being pulled out of me. And it was actually the worst, most horrid feeling I had ever felt in my entire life. And if you haven't had a catheter, well, buckle up, because if you have one in the future, it hurts like a bitch, and I will tell you the truth.
Did your did your surgery overall, like, was there like a lot of pain after it?
No, because I was like on a lot of oxy.
So this is a story about Sephora.
Oh.
So when I was younger, I was at the mall with my friend, and I wasn't aware that any of this was happening until we were like walking out of the mall and we were met with like 4 police officers and mall security. But turns out one of my friends stole like $4,000 worth of stuff from Sephora, and I honestly was gagged because we were literally in the Sephora store for maybe like 40 minutes. And I literally, like, it's because I was looking at the hair products, and then I was like, oh my God, like, this is so cute. And then I was like testing other stuff. I literally bought like 2 things, and then I left, and I was like, oh, okay. And then we were going like into Macy's, and then like when we left, like throughout, like we left outside of Macy's, and I thought something was weird because there was like this guy following us. I was like, oh my God, super creepy. Like, let's go. So we leave outside of the Macy's, and as we're like leaving, they were literally just waiting for us to physically get out of the mall. And then the second we stepped out of the mall, I was like met with 4 cops, and like I literally almost shit myself. I was like, what the f-? And they were like, not you, you. And then they like snatched her fucking bag. And then I was like, oh my God, like, what did you do?
You were like, they have the wrong bitch. Like,
No,
she would
I was
never.
like, what did you do? Like,
They dumped
what?
the bag.
Oh my God, they took her. And she's like, but Bryan, you have to come with me. And I was like, okay. And then I came with her because I was like, oh my God, like, what are you doing? Like, my friend didn't do anything. And then we go to like this back room inside of the Macy's, and they literally just like unzip her book bag because it was like after school. So they just like unzip her book bag. And there was no like school supplies in there, like at all. Like the whole, like, it was a JanSport. Like the whole thing, like when it dumped out, I was like, I was like, oh my God, that's someone's
bad.
like, you know, like salary for like 3 months. Like, wow, that was really intense. And then, yeah, like we never hung out again. Not because she stole. I just think like her, oh God. I think her parents like moved, or like they went somewhere with her. I don't know. Like, I think she went to like
Probably
boarding
to like
school.
a juvenile detention
They went to like
center.
boarding school or something. Like, apparently, like it was like her last straw or something, because like she had stolen before. Yeah, and I like kind of felt bad because I was like, I think she like, I don't know. I think she did it just because like she wanted it, but like
We all want things. We just
no,
don't
right?
steal.
But like my mom would have like beat my ass, so I don't know what happened. But like I remember like I left because they like told me to leave after her mom came, and like when her mom was coming in, her mom was like so like literally mad, like she was like up to here. And
I would be mad too.
And then yeah, I never saw her in school again. Nothing. Like I never like saw her ever again. Texted her, no response.
Well, speaking of never seeing someone ever again, you're never going to see me again, because we're ending the show. No, I'm kidding.
Imagine. Oh my God, wait.
No, guys, like that wasn't a joke though. Like we actually do have to go. I don't want to, but this isn't the last time I'm ever going to talk to you. Would you like to tell everyone your socials, any upcoming projects you might be working on?
So I am Bryan the Diamond everywhere, and it's BRYAN and then the Diamond. Upcoming projects. I feel like every day that I'm alive on this planet is just a new project. So, you know.
Guys, you know who I am. If you don't, it's Spencewuah, the host of I'm Literally Screaming. We made it through another episode. Woohoo! As you know, all my socials are Spencewuah, that's Spencewuah, except on Snapchat. It is Spencemwuah. As always, this show is released every Thursday on all audio streaming platforms. But if you want to see this happening live and in person, and you want to see Bryan's beautiful nails, go to the Past Your Bedtime YouTube channel and subscribe, like, and comment. If you don't like and comment and subscribe, you hate me, and that hurts my feelings because I love all of you. Anyways, I love you guys, and until next time, mwah! How's everyone's health? Feeling good? Getting enough rest? Well, if you're not, do not fear. ZocDoc is here. ZocDoc helps you find expert doctors and medical professionals that specialize in the care you need and deliver the type of experience you want. When someone is exceptionally good at what they do, whether it's a chef or, let's be honest, my hairstylist, you know you're in good hands. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. Choose from thousands of patient-reviewed doctor profiles, upload your insurance, and then get the care you need. Period. It's that easy. Go to ZocDoc.com/screaming and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/screaming. ZocDoc.com/screaming.